Hi, I'm Andy Barge, and this is the September 29th edition of Falcon Weekly. Football and women's soccer highlighted a successful weekend in Notre Dame college athletics, and the Notre Dame women's soccer team locked horns with crosstown rival Cleveland State last Thursday in a 1-0 loss against the Vikings. Notre Dame played tough but came up 1 goal short in the loss against CSU. The Falcons goalie Kolschetzky had 10 saves in the loss. Notre Dame was able to go 1-1 throughout the week, though, as they opened up the home portion of their schedule with a 2-0 victory on Sunday over Alderson Broaddus. Over 2,000 fans packed Coors Field on Saturday night as the Notre Dame Falcon football team came away with a 30-6 victory over Siena Heights. It was a huge day for Notre Dame. Their defense was fantastic against a very talented SHU offense, and the Notre Dame offense struck 3 times on a few huge plays to find the end zone, including a 95-yard touchdown pass from Rob Partridge to Khalid White. In addition, Pedro Powell had 145 yards rushing on the ground, and he found the end zone twice. After the big Notre Dame victory, we had the chance to talk to both quarterback Rob Partridge and head coach Adam Howard.
Coach, I want to ask you first, what does it mean getting our first home victory for Falcon football?
It feels good. I'm proud of the guys. You know, it's always good after being away for 3 weeks to come back here and showcase, the fact that we've gotten better in front of our family and friends. It feels good.
I mean, when I was getting recruited here, Coach Howard said you have the opportunity to be the foundation of our program. 50 years from now, people will be looking back like they started the program, and we want to be a powerhouse just like other teams out there. Guys that want to come to a program that's just starting, come. I mean, you can be the foundation. You can be the ones that started everything.
Well, that was certainly a big victory for the Falcons, and they will try and make it 2 in a row this Saturday when they host Central State on homecoming. More on that coming up just a little bit later on. And now it's time for us to take a look at the 5 finest highlights of the week in this week's edition of the Falcon 5. At number 5, Coach Adam Howard decides to pull a rabbit out of the hat on special teams. It's 4th and long, and they go with a little trickery. Rob Partridge says, "Oh, did you guys forget I'm also the starting quarterback?" First down, Falcons. To number 4, it's women's soccer. Cleveland State Vikings are on the attack, and Kolschetzky says, "You know what, denial, it ain't just a river in Egypt." To number 3, it's the longest play from scrimmage in Notre Dame Falcon football history. Rob Partridge drops back to pass, rolls out to his left, and he heaves one up for Khalid White, who makes the grab, and he goes the length of the field. A 95-yard touchdown pass from Partridge to White. Another big Falcon score in a game they went on to win 30-6. Number 2, CSU penalty kick. Kolschetzky decides to use her telepathic abilities. You will shoot the ball to the left. You will shoot the ball to the left. Good. Now you'll kick it right back to me. It was 2 of Kolschetzky's career-high 10 saves in the contest. And at number 1, Pedro Powell, his second of 2 touchdown runs, takes it to the outside and decides to do the Humpty dance. All open field tacklers, please allow me to bump thee. On his way into the end zone, a 37-yard touchdown rush, and Pedro Powell, 145 yards to the ground, 2 touchdowns, none finer than that. Well, you won't have to go very far to catch the Falcons in action this weekend. There's a cornucopia of Falcon sports, tons and tons of home events, and it's homecoming weekend as well. Tons of great festivities. Falcon football kicks off at 1 o'clock at Coors Field, following MDC football at Coors Field, both men's and women's soccer, and over at the Keller Center, it's Notre Dame Falcon volleyball and water polo. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's edition of the Falcon Weekly. Don't forget to check in next Thursday for our next edition of Notre Dame Falcon Weekly.